Thank you all for being here today. This is a great day at Huntingdon College. I have often said that there are three primary reasons why a student chooses to come to Huntingdon College. One, to obtain a great pre-professional education that will prepare them for a life of success beyond Huntingdon. Two, to fully participate in the life of the college. And three, to do so in this intimate and personal and faith-based environment that makes Huntingdon so special. Our men's basketball program is one of Huntingdon's 23 athletic teams and a proud part of our NCAA Division III athletic program, Alabama's only NCAA Division III team. This is a program with a strong track record of attracting outstanding scholar athletes, young men who contribute not only on this basketball court, but also in the classroom, across our campus, and around the river region. I want to express my sincere appreciation for Coach Zach Richards for advancing this program in so many important ways. He helped build a championship mentality, strengthened the culture of Huntingdon basketball, and he represented Huntingdon with energy and purpose and integrity. All of Huntingdon appreciates and respects Coach Richards, and we wish him well in his continued success as he advances his coaching career at Division II Montevallo. I am also deeply thankful to our athletic director, Eric Levanda, for his leadership throughout this national search. Eric understood exactly what we were looking for, a coach who would continue to recruit outstanding student athletes, build meaningful relationships, compete at a high level, embrace the values of Division III athletics, and become an active and visible member of the Huntingdon community. Eric was inundated with resumes and recommendations and expressions of interest from across the country, and he managed that process with clarity, professionalism, and great care for the future of this program. Most importantly, he has delivered exactly the kind of leader that I hoped we would find, and exactly the type of coach that Huntingdon College deserves. Eric, thank you for bringing us to this moment of celebration, and I invite you to come forward to introduce us to the newest member of our college family. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Lee. And thank you to our administration for their support in our next hire. Carson Long is a North Carolina native, but he bled a different shade of blue growing up, more of an out-of-state blue that's had a long history in the SEC. Don't have to name names. He played and graduated from Guilford College in Greensboro, North Carolina, where he was a 3-year team captain, 3-time all-conference selection, a tournament MVP, and an all-South region selection. For the coaches here, you know what that means. Some big-time awards. For those of you that follow or have followed men's basketball in Division III over the last couple decades, Guilford College has been a stalwart, prominent name throughout the years. Carson's been a part of that program under the tutelage of Coach Tom Palumbo, considered a Guilford legend. Every year in postseason play, I typically look and see who from the South is going to represent the South in the tournament. In men's basketball, pretty much book it, Guilford's going to be in there every year. So having a Guilford guy on board, we had another one previously, but having another one come in, it means a little bit more, I think. Guilford over the last 2 decades has been one of the most successful Division III basketball programs in the country. They've had multiple Elite Eight and Final Four appearances, and all have come under the leadership of Coach Tom Palumbo. Carson has spent the last 3 seasons as an assistant coach at Hampton-Sydney under the leadership of head coach Caleb Kimbrough, another Tom Palumbo disciple, who earned his first head coaching position here at Huntingdon in the 2016-2017 season. Caleb left Huntingdon for Hampton-Sydney in 2019 and has turned them into one of the best teams not only in the South but in the country. Carson brings with him experience as a Division III student athlete. He understands the importance of balancing academics and athletics. He brings experience in successful NCAA tournament runs as both a player and an assistant coach. He brings with him a high basketball IQ that he attained from both coaching legend Tom Palumbo and one of the fastest coaching success stories in the country at any level, Caleb Kimbrough. He's a relationship builder, and a natural at that. I thought it was evident on his campus visit. Something he put on his resume too, relationship building. You don't see that much on resumes. That really stood out. They jumped off the page. There's a term he used that has been stuck in my head since our first phone conversation. A term he used multiple times when he visited campus and when he accepted the position. Some of our players used this term to describe how they felt after meeting with him. Fired up. Our campus and alums have been fired up recently about our men's basketball program. I know Carson is fired up to be here, and I'm fired up to welcome the next head men's basketball coach at Huntingdon College. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Long.
I'm not going to say too much. Thank you guys for coming. First off, thank you, President Anthony Lee, Mr. Jay Dorman, and then obviously Eric, thank you for this opportunity. I want to give a major shout out to my previous boss, Caleb Kimbrough. I know he had some special years here, and I wouldn't be the man I am today or the person I am today if it wasn't for him instilling some incredible values into me. I want to thank my parents, my mom and dad. My dad was a long-time head basketball coach for high school. Recently he's gotten back into it, coaching the girls' side. I grew up drawing plays on a clipboard and on the whiteboard at home at night, and this was a day I've dreamed of. So I want to thank them. But last, I want to thank my wife. She couldn't be here today, but this was a team decision. This was not just a me decision. If it was up to me, I would have said yes as soon as Eric offered me the job, and we would have been here. But I got to bring her down, get to meet some people on campus, and she had a special time. So it was a team decision, and we did it together. Start this off. I don't know if anybody's any proverb fans here. Proverbs 19:21. It's been my verse for since I was a senior at Guilford. There are many plans in a man's heart, right? But it's the Lord's plan that will prevail. If it was me, I'd already be the head coach at Kentucky. That'd be my plan. It'd already be done, and it'd be finished. I didn't have in my plan that I was going to be the head coach at Huntingdon. I didn't have that. But I couldn't be more thankful, excited, and fired up to be here, like I was saying. So that's been my verse. My grandpa was a preacher from Kentucky, and everybody's like, "You're going to be a preacher one day like your grandpa?" I'm like, "No, I'm not spending all the time in the hospital that he does, meeting and being with people. But this is my platform, being a college basketball coach. This is where I can get the kids, share my testimony, and do that with them." Like I said, it's been a dream of mine to be a head coach. I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more thankful. I'm excited for the challenges that are going to come, because I know there's going to be challenges. And it's not going to be that's going to be figuring them out, right? We're going to lean on God and other people to help us. I couldn't be more excited, but not only to serve the basketball program, but to serve this community, this campus. And my wife and I will be at everything. We'll be at every sporting event we can be at. At my previous stop, I was a dean on call. I was around the campus on the weekend events. I was doing my thing, trying to make sure guys were staying out of trouble. But I'm excited to find a church community here. So if anybody's got recommendations on that, I'd be excited to hear. But once again, I'm thankful. Couldn't be more excited, and hawk 'em. Let's go. I guess we'll take some questions. Anybody got any questions?
Coach, first of all, talk a little bit. What is your philosophy that you're going to bring to Huntingdon?
Yeah, you could say defensive rebound. That's going to be the main thing for me. Coming from Coach Palumbo, he wasn't like this big offensive guy where we scored 1,000 points a game, and we felt if we can win the rebound margin, we'll be in every game. All right, and if you can defend, no matter what your shooting percentage is that night, that you got a chance at winning games. So, but we're going to be a hard-nosed physical team, right? People are going to know when they played Huntingdon, and they're going to feel us. And yeah, it's going to be tough, gritty brand of basketball.
Talk a little bit about, you said that this wasn't necessarily in your plan, but it was God's plan.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about initially, once you get on campus and talk to the guys, what are some of the first things that you want to do as far as building that foundation?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to pretty much all our guys. They seem fired up. Eric and I have talked about building a foundation that, you know, it can look good, it can look pretty, but if we don't have that foundation, that nothing else matters. So it'll be important for us we're going to have values and standards. Everybody talks about culture. You know, we're going to have this strong culture. For us, we have these values and standards because we all come from different walks of life, right? We got rich people, poor people, different color rate, right? We're going to come from all different walks of life, but our values and standards are what are going to hold us together as a team, right? And that's what will bring us together. And then when you get on to people, right? Man, why don't you touch that line? It's not personal then, right? It becomes, that's how the program operates. It's our standards. So.
This will be the last question for
me.
You have a national championship pedigree. Just talk a little bit about goals, immediate goals,
yeah.
and long-term goals.
I think we got some uniforms back here. I know we got 5 guys on the team, so that first game, who knows what's going to happen, right? Obviously, we want to win them all. But at the end of the day, we're going to strive to be the standard of excellence. That's what I believe in. It's not a ranking. It's not #1 ranking in the country, right? It's not this no more wins. It's about being the best version of yourself each and every day. So I feel like if our guys wake up and strive to be better than they were yesterday, then we'll be fine. We'll win some games. Anybody else? Yeah.
So the men's basketball program is 1 year off of a conference semifinal appearance. Talk about the roster makeup currently and what you expect to see out of that.
I couldn't be more thankful for Coach Zach and how he left it. I've heard a lot of stories about first-time head coaches walking into a situation and it just being a disaster. I mean, he's left in an unbelievable spot, so I couldn't be more thankful for him. It seems like we got some good transfers kind of already committed. He's got a large number of freshmen already committed. He probably took a few of the better ones. Maybe we'll see. But no, the roster looks pretty good. I want to get a little more height. Try to find some bigger guys out there. But no, like I said, I couldn't be more thankful for how he left it. Anybody else? I think Paige got a question. No. Again, thank you guys for being here. Excited and fired up to do this. Yeah.